Feminism has become something of a dirty word in certain circles.
Well, that's not surprising. I mean, when you say the word feminism or feminist in certain circles, it won't be that surprising if a certain stereotype might pop into their heads and they back off. Because stereotypes exist for a reason. But I know what you're doing here. You're setting up so that later on down the video, you can bash us over the head with the dictionary definition of feminism. Because right now you think that anybody who disagrees with a feminist or doesn't identify as a feminist is wrong. And they think they don't know the meaning of the word. When they do, well, they're criticising the movement, not the word. Hi, everybody.
Lately, a lot of high-profile women like Shailene Woodley, Meryl Streep, and Marion Cotillard have gone on record saying they are not feminists.
So what? It's their choice whether they do or don't want to label themselves as feminists. I mean, they could have chosen to identify as egalitarian, or humanist, or MRA. It's their choice. Oh wait, but according to you, because they have vaginas, that's the wrong choice, isn't it? Well, it's not up to you. It's up to them.
There's even a group called Women Against Feminism.
And you're surprised about this? The women are standing up and saying feminism does not speak for me. That they do not support feminism because they do not agree with the views that feminism takes. I mean, even I am a woman against feminism. Even I have my own sign. You know, it's a lovely sign. It's colour coordinated and everything. And down below there is a link to the video that I did on my channel explaining why I'm not a feminist. It's not as lovely as my sign, but it's there on my channel. But women are standing up and saying feminism does not speak for me because obviously they don't agree with what feminism is doing, and I can't blame them because even I can say feminism does not speak for me.
But what are these women really saying when they declare they aren't feminists?
This one is quite easy to answer. Read their signs and you might be able to understand. You know, some of them are pretty simple. I don't need feminism because I'm not a victim. But some of them are more elaborate. And they explain in detail why they're not. I mean, let me just read you mine. I'm not a feminist because I am not a victim. I can defend myself if I need to. I don't need a so-called movement to speak for me. I have my own voice. I do not need safe spaces if my ideas are challenged. I don't need to be coddled. I know men have inequality compared to women, and no, feminism does not fight for the rights of men. Lastly, we don't live in a rape culture. Those are my reasons for not being a feminist, and there are more that I could possibly fit on there. But those are my reasons. It's pretty simple. Read their signs and you'll find out why women are not feminists. But no, what you'll do is somehow, if you read the signs, it will twist in your mind, your feminist logic will twist their signs, their words, to fit your narrative of, you'll explain now.
What they think they're saying is, I don't hate men, I love men.
I don't think women are better than men.
I'm not that kind of woman. You know, the crazy, bra-burning, feminazi kind. I'm a cool woman.
I don't want to put women above men.
See? Twisted to fit their feminist narrative. That's not what these women are saying. That's not what I said. Many women are against feminism because they're not victims. They don't agree with what feminism now stands for. Again, read their signs and take in what Women Against Feminism are saying. You might learn something.
For anyone who needs a refresher, this is what feminism means at its core.
Feminist, a person who believes in the social, political, and economic equality of the sexes.
Touchdown for the dictionary definition that I knew was coming in this video. Again, I will reiterate, when women, men, anybody criticizes feminism, we are not criticizing the word. We are not criticizing the meaning of the word feminism. We are criticizing the movement. What we see within the movement that is called feminism. What are people who are calling themselves feminists doing that we agree and don't agree with? We know the dictionary definition of feminism. You beat it over our heads so fucking much because you think as soon as you lay that card down and go educate yourself, go and learn the dictionary definition of feminism, you think you've won the argument. Well, no, you haven't. We criticise the movement, what the movement does. Yeah, feminism means that. That's certainly not what you're doing. So, yeah, touchdown for the feminist card of dictionary definition usage.
Hating men and being a feminist are actually not connected at all, not even a little bit.
Then I suggest you look up the hashtag #KillAllMen. They will see many feminists advocating the mass genocide of men. Look at Jessica Valenti, well-known feminist for The Guardian. One of her articles titled, "Feminists Don't Hate Men, but it wouldn't matter if we did." Yeah, just look at some of your leading feminists like Gloria Steinem, Andrea Dworkin. Look at them and see what they say about men, because a lot of it is pretty hateful. So I would say yes, feminism today is very man-hating. Just look at the hashtag #KillAllMen. Or even look at the case of Bahar Mustafa, where she said hashtag #KillAllWhiteMen. Just look at it. How about you educate yourself?
Feminism is about equality of the sexes, but right now, one sex has a lot more power than the other.
Men are not systematically oppressed based on their gender, and that's a fact.
I'm still going to say citation needed, but I wouldn't use oppressed as the right word for this. Men are unequal to women when it comes to the law. Men do not have reproductive rights. Men do not have genital integrity rights. There are certain things under the law that women have, but men do not. But still, I'm going to say citation needed.
But women are, and that's a fact too.
Tell me one law, one legal right, just one, that men have but women don't. I bet you can't.
So if you believe any of the following,
Reproductive right.
Yes, for both men and women. I believe in reproductive rights for both men and women. We just need to work on men having them now.
equal pay for equal work,
We've got that. We've had that for many years. Not only that, the wage gap has been thoroughly debunked many a times. But we've got that. It's written in law, written in legislation. It's probably written on a piece of paper somewhere. Failing that, it's written on goat skin. But we've got that. If you want equal earnings to that of your male co-worker, Either tell your male co-worker to do less work, lower the risk that he is doing, or you heighten the risk of your work. Let's say if your male co-worker is a forklifter and you're sat at a desk, then why not leave the desk and be a forklifter if you work in a warehouse? That's one way. Heighten the risk of the job. Do the same number of hours your male co-worker would. Instead of working 40-hour weeks, maybe work 60-hour weeks or something. Don't take as many sick days. Yeah. Do what your male co-worker would do. And then you might have equal earnings. Because you already have equal pay. If you feel like you don't have equal pay and it's being discriminated against you because you are a woman, then go to the financial ombudsman and take your employer to court because you have that right. Okay? It's been debunked once again.
Seeing diverse bodies, ethnicities, and gender expressions on screen and in magazines.
I can't think of a better way to put this other than I don't fucking care. I've always believed this, and I'll keep on reiterating. Whoever's got the drive and the talent to do a job within mainstream media, within TV, films, beauty industry, go for it. If you show that employer that you've got the drive and the talent, then that should be enough. You know, an employer shouldn't be forced to go, I'm hiring you because you're black, or you're a plus size model, or you're basically a minority, and I need to fill a quota. And they could be passing up their dream person, basically because they've got to fill a quota. You know, because if they don't fill that quota, then they're going to be faced with a load of shit put on by feminists like you. So honestly, I don't fucking care if I don't see diverse bodies and ethnicities, because I know the people who are there in the mainstream are people who've got the talent and the drive to do that. And in a way, it's kind of insulting to minorities and other ethnicities, because what does that say about them if they're decided to fill a quota? That's pretty insulting.
Providing education to 62 million girls who don't have access to it.
I thought feminism was about equality of the sexes. So why aren't you fighting for the possible millions of boys who don't have access to education? Bringing that up.
Ending sexual violence.
While a noble goal, you'll probably never end it. There will always be forms of sexual violence. Men on women, women on women, men on men, and women on men. There will always be some form of sexual violence. It comes down to the simple fact that there are arseholes in the world. You know? There are arseholes, there are psychopaths. I mean, it's like saying, got to end murder. Unfortunately, you can't end murder either. It's a noble goal, but you'll never end it. Because there are arseholes in the world.
Having women in government, having women CEOs.
You know, basic gender equality.
What happened to the choice of women? I mean, if women are choosing a line in politics or a line to grab the position of CEO in a particular business, good for them. But what you're enabling with these gender quotas is subtle sexism. And what I mean by this is, say there's a promotion in a business, and there are two people up for the position. One male, one female. And at the time of the promotion, it is announced that the woman will get the promotion instead of the man. The man can then just turn around and say, she only got that position because they needed to fill a quota. That is subtle sexism, and that is what gender quotas will actually enable. So I say ditch the quotas altogether and allow talent and drive to push individuals forward in a company in whatever line of work they choose to pursue. Allow that to push them through. But at the end of the day, it should be up to the choice of the woman, up to the choice of the man, whoever, what they want to do with their career. It shouldn't be up to you to pressure businesses into saying, we want a certain amount of women on this boardroom because of equality.
Surprise!
You're probably a feminist.
No, I'm an egalitarian. That is what I choose to label myself as. Not a feminist.
Free to identify or not identify any way you want. But if you say you're not a feminist, at least understand what the term actually means.
Good sound advice. Feel free to identify or not identify however you wish. But to them, if you choose not to be a feminist, then you're a sexist, you're a misogynist, and you're a rape apologist. And if you're a woman, and you still don't call yourself a feminist, then you're a gender traitor. You've got internalized misogyny. You're a slave to the patriarchy. Well, if that's true in your eyes, sweetie, I'll gladly serve the patriarchy.
And if you think that you're a humanist,
Ziva, we gotta go. We just don't have time for this today.